All right, welcome back to another session on creating a servant's heart in your son or daughter. I gotta say, it's been so fun. I can't wait to hear how people have been putting what we talked about in the last episode, putting that into practice, and seeing massive change in their home, even eliminating a lot of the complaining, whining, all of that. I am so excited because that was a real key to freedom for a whole lot of you parents. If you didn't watch that one, you got to go back and see it. Watch part 1, part 2. This is part 3 as we talk about creating opportunities for your kids to serve at church. That's right. At church, your kids should be not just attending church, but finding ways to release who God has created them to be to serve others. And the church is a fantastic place to do that, a safe zone for them to learn how to serve others, a lot of times, even apart from you. I'm not saying that always, but I'm saying this is where they can start to branch out and develop that servant's heart and really see it come to fruition, come to a real strong foundation, especially as they have other leaders pouring into them the same values and perspectives on serving that you have. And that's where there's really the key is getting that everybody on the same page and having other people pouring into them. I love what Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11 and 12 are some of my favorite verses. I just want to read this to you for a sec. It says Ephesians chapter 4, 11 and 12. And he, being God, gave some as apostles, some as prophets, some evangelists, some pastors and teachers. Why? For the equipping of the saints for the work of service to the building up of the body of Christ. Why do we have pastors and teachers and evangelists and all these different positions? For the equipping of the saints, that's you and your kids, to do the works of the ministry. They're not supposed to be doing the works of the ministry. They're supposed to be equipping you and your kids, your family, to do the works of the ministry. And so that means we need to find a way to serve. How does it end? To the building up of the body of Christ, serving the body of Christ selflessly, putting others first, and having opportunities to do that within the church will help your kids to grow. So what does that look like? Well, hopefully, if you have kids in children's ministry or in youth ministry, there's opportunities to join a student leadership group in that ministry area so that they can develop real leadership skills. I strongly believe that we can take the list from Timothy and Titus, those books in the Bible that describe what an elder or a overseer should be, and use that as a model of perspectives and character that we want to build in our kids, because I don't want my kids to grow up to be mediocre or less than mediocre. I want them to grow up to be leaders, to be those that allow God to impact others through their life and through their choices. And what does that mean? That means if I can set these perspectives at a young age, these values, then they're going to carry that through. There's so many studies about how our main perspectives, output on life, output on Christianity and everything within that, all encompassing, is set by the age 12. Now, for those of you with kids that are older than 12, we can still invest in their life and see change. That's just the average by age 12. And so what better time to teach our kids to be leaders than at a young age? So if you want to check out that list, this is all bonus. The one I'm referring to is Titus chapter 1, verse 5 through 9. I could teach a whole thing on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a session 5. We'll see. But go to church. Find if there's a way that your kids can serve. Maybe your kids are younger. See if they can serve in the nursery. That's where our 8-year-old son, he loves getting to serve in the nursery and being with the littles. And then we ask every single week those leaders in there that anytime he's serving, hey, how did he do? What's something we can work on? Was there any parts that he didn't want to do what was asked of him? What is anything that you notice that we can work with him on? And become a team to develop your son or your daughter to have a heart of a servant, to create a servant's heart in your son or daughter. And if there's not opportunity like that, maybe they're young, then ask if they can serve with you. Maybe you greet at the front door. Ask if your son or daughter can be with you during that greeting time and then drop them off at their room afterwards. Why? Because they'll see you loving others selflessly, and that's going to be a huge opportunity to teach them. You'll see them real soon start to do the same things that you're doing, greeting the people at the door, or loving on people as an usher, or whatever it might be. Bring them to worship practice and show them, hey, we're not here just so that mommy or daddy gets to stand up on stage. No, we're going to help equip the congregation to connect with God. Same thing for sound. Hey, we're not here just to play with tech because we like to play with tech. We're here because we're going to help the congregation connect with God on Sunday, and we want to make sure we know how to release him in his excellence, in his values, and in the gifts that he's given us. You'll see those kids start to be able to do the same. There are so many fantastic opportunities at the church for your family to serve, whether it's serving as a family unit or having them sign up and serving in an area that they might enjoy. It is so worth it to have other people pouring in the same values and perspectives that you want to see your kids have. So check it out. Find out. You could email or message your church, maybe give them a call, or check in on Sunday. See how your family could either work together as a unit in some area to serve others, or see if there's a position that your kids can do. And you'll see them spiritually mature faster than you would ever guess. That's just the truth. All right, that's it for me. Next video, I'm really excited about this one because this brings God's work to impact the world through your family, and it's so much easier than you think. That's in the next episode, but I gotta let you go. Thanks for joining me. I'll see y'all later. Bye.